Today we are making a video on Openmamba 2023-03-29 edition. Here is the boot menu. I'm running it on a virtual machine or a VMware with 40 GB of hard disk, 4 GB of RAM with 2 processors. Here is a boot menu with 5 languages. I'm going to choose the English, and here is our Openmamba new Linux 6.1.21. I think this is a live mode, and this is an advanced option for the developers or a Linux user. Let's open this thing, hit enter. It takes a few seconds, almost like 30 to 40 seconds or sometimes a minute to open the desktop or give the desktop to us. Let's wait. Here is our Openmamba logo. Just a few seconds for the desktop. Here is our desktop. It almost took like 2 minutes or more than 2 minutes to load all these things. Let's first change the display resolution. You can go on the applications and search for settings, or you just right click here and change the display settings. My monitor is 1920 x 1080p with a 16:9 ratio, so I'm going to choose that. If you can't see the fonts or text size, you can change the global scale to the 150 or 200 up to 300%, so you can see properly after changing this. Let's scroll down and check the about the system. Openmamba 2023.1. KDE Plasma version is 5.27.3. Frameworks version is 5.104.0. Qt version is 5.15.7, and the kernel is 6.1.21. Graphics platform is X11. Let's check the settings later. Let's first check the system monitor. Here is the welcome to the KDE Plasma, which is from the 5.27 version. Let's quickly see this thing. Finish. Let's open the system monitor before running any apps. Let's see how much of the resources are consumed before opening any app. Here is our system monitor. Let it load. Let's check the version of the system monitor, 5.27.3. Here is the RAM, and here is the CPU. CPU is going crazy, up to 40% nearly. Maybe because we opened right now. There will be a high peak when you open the system monitor, but it is still going to 80 to 60% sometime. Like 1.7 GB of RAM. The resources are going crazy. These are the processors running. Here is our CPU. As you can see, there is a high graph here, which is not good. And the RAM is around almost 2 GB without opening any app. It is a startup or a beginning, but still we need to open all the apps and check it later. Just remember the CPU and RAM 1.7 GB, and the CPUs are running almost 20 to 25%. Let's check the process. How much are the processors running here? How many processors are running? Here are the processors running. Let's close this thing and open the console or terminal. You don't get much apps pre-installed, just a few apps, and other apps are all available in KDE Plasma's default. So Openmamba added a few apps, that's it. Here is our terminal or a console. Let's type in few commands. Before that, let's check the version of the console, 22.12.3. Let's maximize this thing and type in inxi. Command not found. Let's type in cat etc issue. Instead of issue, it's something. Let's open the new tab and let's type in again cat etc issue. Openmamba release 2023.1 rolling. Let's see the kernel version. I already showed the kernel version, but once again I'm going to show you 6.1.21. Here it is 6.1.21. Let's type in htstop. There is no htstop. Let's exit the thing and close this thing again. I opened the two tabs, so it's going to. These are all the apps pre-installed, which comes pre-installed. I didn't install any app. These are all the apps comes pre-installed with KDE Plasma and Openmamba. Let's open few apps. Let's open LibreOffice. On the development we have Kate, Glade Interface Designer, we don't need that. On the education side we have a math, KDE Marble, a Marble. It's a virtual globe. I don't want to open that. Let's open the GUI. Let's open the only main apps or important apps which are used on the daily basis. Color Paint, Ruler. Still we have Krita, Ockler, image scanning application, we don't need that. Digicam. Let's first check all this version. Ockler version is 22.12.3. Let's close this thing. Krita is 5.1.5. This is a K color chooser. Let's close this thing. This is a Kate 22.12.3. Digicam 7.10.0. Let's close this thing. GUI 22.12.3. Almost every version will be like 22.12 and the number of the 0.3 will be changed sometimes. Glade. Let's close this thing and check the Krita version. I showed it already, so let me show it again. 5.1.5. Let's close this thing. Color Paint version is 22.12.3. again the version will be same for almost every app of KDE desktop environment. I covered everything in graphics. On the internet side, let's open Firefox, FileZilla, and what else, Kmail. This is a torrent client. No need to show that. Here is our Telegram desktop app. FileZilla is 3.63.2.1. Let's close this thing. Here is our ruler. Let's close our ruler. Here is our browser. Let me show you how to download Openmamba, or I'll show the website 311.0.1. Let's type in Openmamba. Instead of Mamba, it said Mamaba. Openmamba. This is the website. We have two updates here, as you can see, the notification. Click on download. Here are all the versions. Download anything you want, rolling, live, anything you want. It's also available for Raspberry Pi. Let's check the version of Kmail. Let's wait until it loads. This is the website and you can download here. The file sizes are around like 2.3 GB and 2.1 GB. Let's close this thing. Let's check the version of Kmail. 5.22.3 or 22.12.3. Let's close this thing. On the multimedia side, I should show VLC media player. It is a Como, so it's a camera thing. Let's close this thing. We had a bug. VLC will be like 3, I guess 3.0.18. Let's close this thing. Let's open the camera app and the media player, Dragon player. On the office, I showed everything. Let's close this thing. The Dragon player version is again same. I showed the LibreOffice already, Ockler. On the system side, we have a Dolphin file manager, Discover, and few more apps. Let me open that too. These are all the Openmamba apps. This is the system installer. Here are the utilities. Utilities are same from the KD Plasma, so I don't need to show that. Let me show the Dolphin file manager first. Let's see the version. Again, same version. Here are the apps to be installed or installed already. These are all installed. It is the settings. You can change the settings. And here is our updates. I think we have like a under 1 MB of updates. If you want, you can do that. Account service. So let's close this thing. We don't need to update. Let's try to install. Open the system installer. I'm just going to show you the formality of installation. I'm not going to install it on my hard disk. I'm just going to show you the process of installation. Here is our Calaveras installer. The version is 3.2.61. First you need to choose the language. I think they covered every language almost. Click on next. We will have a location. You can choose your location, anything you want. Hit it doesn't automatically pick up. Sometimes it automatically picks up, but you can choose anything you want. Click on next. Here is our keyboard. Mine is Dell keyboard, but it always says generic. Here is, I'm choosing the English United States, a default English United States. You can choose anything you want if you want. You can choose other languages too. Click on next after choosing. Here is the partition setup. You can completely erase the disk, or you can do manual partitioning or dual booting here. You need to be very careful here because it's going to erase everything in your hard disk or a disk, SSD, anything it is. It's going to erase everything, so you need to be careful while doing this thing. And if you want to encrypt, you can encrypt by giving the password. I'm not going to do that. Click on next. Here is a user setup. Type in your username. It automatically gives to the computer. We don't need anything other than unboxing. You can choose your password. Give it a strong password. For just formality, I'm just putting the simple password. Don't keep the simple password because it is easily guessable. So click on next. Here is the summary of what you chose for installation. I choose the country, language, all these things, as you can see, and install. It's going to install in few minutes. It takes like a few minutes, roughly like 15 minutes hardly, or under 15 minutes, and it will say to reboot your system. First finish and reboot the system, and you will be having installation completed of the Openmamba. I think that's it. And this is a latest version. I always say never install the latest version. Wait for few days, like 10 to 15 days. If we have a bug, so it's going to destroy our PC. So never install or download a latest version. Just wait for few days. If everything is good, you can download and run it on live mode, and then you need to install it. Don't just try to go directly to installation. First try to use it on a live mode and then install it. A few times when you check in the live mode with no bugs, and you will be having a few bugs after the installation. I have some viewers saying that after we checked the live version, there were no bugs, but after the installation we got some bugs. So be careful and try to install it on your own risk. Don't just download and install the latest version again. Wait for a few days, no problem in waiting, instead of destroying your PC. So let's close this installer. I think I covered everything, I guess. Let's check the system monitor before ending the video. Here is our system monitor. Let's close this thing. CPU is running around under 20%, which is pretty good, and the RAM is going up to 2.1 GB. Before it was like 1.7 GB or 1.6 or 1.5, I don't remember properly in the beginning of the video, but now it is 2.1 GB. I think it's almost 300-400 MB extra after launching all the apps. Here are the processors running. Here are all the versions, IP version, networks, all the things. Click on applications. These are all the applications running right now. And the history, this is a CPU and this is a RAM and the internet. CPU is almost stable, but we have few spikes here. Here are the processors running. We have a lot of process running here. Let's close this thing. Let's open the internet browser and take you to my channel. you need to type in youtube.com/9to5linux or /9to5linux. This part is for only viewers who want to visit my channel without subscribing. No, nothing is wrong. Instead of subscribing, you just type in youtube.com/9to5linux. No problem if you don't subscribe. If you already subscribed, you don't need to watch this video, you can skip this video. This is a tutorial for the viewers who visit daily without subscribing. You just need to type in youtube.com/9to5linux if you want to visit daily without subscribing. Just type in this and it will take directly to my channel. No need to feel bad because no problem if you don't subscribe. I'm not a guy who want to ask you to subscribe. So here is a playlist. If you want to watch Linux videos, only Linux videos, you go to playlist and Linux playlist. Here is a view full playlist. I made around like 1520, almost 1522 Linux distros videos. I covered every Linux distro almost like 70 to 80% in 3 years of time. You can play all or shuffle, or you can even search here of your specific term of a Linux distro. You can type anything you want here and the video will show up. Let me give you an example of MX Linux. Search any Linux distro and the videos will be available right here. And let's go to about. Here I mentioned I post 2 videos daily without missing any day. Here are my timings of when I post, at what time I post, from Monday to Sunday without missing any day. I think that's it. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. If you don't want, no problem. Just type in youtube.com/9to5linux. That's it. I think that's it for the video. Let's change the wallpaper and end this video. Let's see what wallpapers we get here. Here is the settings. Again, same common settings of the KDE Plasma desktop environment. No need to show this and make a video longer or lengthier. Here are the few wallpapers and themes. It's not a wallpaper, it's a theme. I think that's it. Let's end this video. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. It helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Let's shut down.